Hey, how you doing? This is for you, Anne, but also for anybody else who comes across this video. Don't ever hesitate to ask me questions. Don't feel like you're bothering me, because I honestly, I honestly love to teach. So I'm all about this. But I mean, that's how I learned a significant amount of the information that I know and how to do stuff. I just asked constantly for about a year, every possible thing I could ask. And I did not hesitate. I'm sure I annoyed some people, but I come across a lot of helpful people, so I'm really happy to do it. Anyway, so this is going to be the tutorial for customizing your gift certificate for your business. So I'm going to open these two files here. This template is from Hazy Skies magazine. I really like their stuff. All right, so you're going to select these two fully layered PSD files. I don't know why I said KPF. It's supposed to be KPP. I don't live in Spain, and that is not how you spell photography here. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start with the front because it's simple. There's not a lot of elements involved with it, but I'm just going to go through and sort of really quick, just those were mistakes. I should have deleted these a long time ago. Don't pay attention to this. I'm going to hide that. All right, so this is all my stuff, so feel free to, I mean, when you get the template, when you buy your template, it's going to look like this. It's just a square box, plain, whatever. So what you're going to do now, we're going to, I am going to pretend like this is your photo, and we'll use this. I'm in the middle of editing this gallery, so this is unedited. Don't judge me. Control A to select, Control C to copy. I'm on a PC, so I think it's Command on a Mac. I'm going to go to your file and click Control V, and that's going to paste it absolutely massively huge. But it's in the right spot, right? Oops. Oh, God. It's in the right spot. So you want to switch to your Move tool. It's fine. And you're going to hit Control T. That's going to put it into free transform. And what that means is you can make it bigger, make it smaller, stretch it, whatever you need to do. So for our case, we're looking for a little square box in the corner. But because this image is so huge, it's actually all behind here. So just grab it and pull down until you see that square box. And then you just shrink it. Grab it and pull it until it gets to be around the size of this background box. Now it's okay to go over the box on either direction, but you don't want to go under, or else you're going to end up having this gray border, which is not, you don't want that. So what I do is I just kind of stretch it out until it looks right. You don't want to squish them all up. You don't want to get them all huge. You just kind of want to, I eyeball it. I'm sure there's a better way to do this. I don't have a steady hand. If I did, I would just do this, because that's supposed to keep the constraints, but I'm no good at that. So I stretch it because, you know, not every photo is going to fit in this box. It depends on the dimensions of the photo you took. If this is a 4x6, sure, I can type up in here 4x6, whatever, here. But I just stretch it. Okay, so say I like that. That looks fine. Then I'm just going to hit enter. And there's my photo. For this text stuff, it's super easy. Oh wait, no, one more step. There's my photo, but it's not yet attached to the photo mask. I'm just getting rid of this so it's not confusing to you. So here is your photo that you pasted in here. It became a new layer. And you're going to want that photo to be directly on top of this thing that says photo mask. Then once it's directly on top of it, you're going to right mouse click and you're going to hit create clipping mask. And then this little arrow shows you that now this photo is attached to this photo mask box. If I hide this photo, you're just going to have a gray box. That's the photo mask. But now that it's linked up to this photo, it's going to show. So you need to do that for every time you want to put a picture in a specified photo mask box. The text stuff is super easy. You probably already know this. Just click on the text icon, single click. I'm going to go down here actually. Single click. And then just click off. There you go. Then you just save it. When I save I save as a fully layered PSD so that later on I can come back and change the individual elements if I want to. If I don't like this photo anymore, or if I change my business name, I can always come back and just edit that individual element. Otherwise, it's all just going to be one picture all flattened together, and you can't do that. It's locked. So I always save it as a fully layered PSD, and I'm not going to click save because I don't want to erase mine. And then I will come back here, flatten it, flatten the layer. All those layers are now flattened into one, and then I click save as, and I want to save this one as my JPEG. That's what I'm going to use to print at my lab. So that's what these are. So there you go. So that's the front. The back is a little more complicated because it has 4 of these photo mask boxes, and they're all in a square ratio, 1-to-1 ratio. So you're trying to fit a 4:6 ratio photo into a square. You better have a lot of white space around it, or it's not going to work. So you have to be careful when you're selecting your images that you keep in mind of the size. I call it a hole, but it's a photo mask that it's going to fit into. So here, and I apologize for my layers. I am so bad at naming my layers, so it just looks like a bunch of junk. But I know what it is. So what you're going to do, again, is look for that word photo mask. So we'll use this one. All right, so it's going to be gray like this. There'll be nothing there. I'll pretend these two things don't exist. All right, so there's your photo mask. That, you can see, it represents, there's a little tiny gray little box right there, and it shows you where it represents this space. So I'm going to go back to our baby. It's already Control A, Control C, Control V. See what happened? Took up the whole screen because it's not in the right. It hasn't been converted yet. So you're going to right, it's above the photo mask, which is where we want it, right above it. Then you're going to run a right mouse click on this layer, and then click on Create Clipping Mask. And it's actually there. Hard to tell because it's gray, but if you move it around, you can see that our image, there's a head. Our image landed in the right spot. So it's the same process, Control T. It's huge. I can't see it looks like I didn't do anything. I can't see my little square. So I just have to pull it down. There it is. Okay. And you just drag and pull. I'm 100% sure there's an easier way to do this, but I don't know it yet. So if anybody's watching and has a tip, let me know. All right, so that's good enough. So I'm just going to hit enter. There's my baby, and I'm going to do that same process for this one, and this one. If you scroll down through my layers, you can see here's a photo mask. That's the next one over. Photo mask, next one over. Photo mask, that's the last one. So that same process, all the rest of those. And the rest is just text. Same text process too. And obviously, there's elements like these lines right here. If you don't like those, you can find, again, because I'm so bad at naming stuff, this is called divider bottom. Just hide it if you don't like it. Divider top, hide it. Boom, it's gone. Or if you like it, put it back. That's what these little eyeballs are. It hides the layers. But I get lazy about it and I don't delete, so don't be like me. All right, so same thing, file, save as, and then you're gonna save it as the PSD. And then you're gonna layer, flatten, and then file, save as, JPEG. All right, and just for the sake of good measure, I'm gonna launch Miller's. Miller's is my lab. that I like to print my press products with, because it's just amazing quality. It takes forever for it to load, so be patient with me. Did I even hit it? No. Oops. I have to be patient with myself. Oh, God. It's super slow. Okay, so I already loaded these, but I'll start over. Oh great. That's not what that's supposed to look like. Hang on. Okay, sorry about that. I had to reboot Miller's. Okay, so it defaults to this e-surface print. You don't want that. You want the press products. So you just click from the drop down, wait like 3,000 years for it to load. Press products. And then you're gonna go to flat cards, or what? I mean, whatever you want to use, but I prefer the flat cards. You can get fancy and do foiled if you want. All right, and then I just click the 7x5. All right, and then I have to add my photos eventually. I don't think I could have buried these any deeper into folders. I don't know why I do this to myself. Marketing. All right, so here's my 2 JPEGs, but I'm just going to open the whole folder. That was my old one. All right, so literally all you have to do is just drag it and drop it. Click on next page, drag it and drop it. Add to cart. And go and you check out. And that's it. All right. Well, hopefully that was helpful. If not, let me know and I'll be happy to answer any other questions you have. Thank you for listening. Bye.